All right, let's dive in. Today we're going to explore a really profound and, a deeply personal journey. It's a story of transformation that starts in the absolute darkest of places and ends, believe it or not, with the creation of a whole new universe. So this source material, wow, it does not pull any punches. It tells us right away where this story begins. A moment of pure, absolute despair. And this isn't a metaphor. This is the literal starting point. It's a breaking point that becomes the catalyst for a total reinvention of a life and even a whole worldview. So the big question is, where do you even go from there, from absolute rock bottom? Well, the very first step is this really radical act of reframing. It's about taking a symbol of complete finality and somehow reimagining it as a symbol of choice. And this is where you see that huge mental shift happen. Think about it. A noose is a closed loop, right? It's designed for one single final outcome. But the moment it breaks, it's not an ending anymore. It literally becomes a fork in the road. The very thing that was meant to be an instrument of death becomes the starting point of a new path, a place where, for the first time, a decision is actually possible. Okay, so making that choice to live, that's huge, but it's not the end of the story. Not by a long shot. In fact, that's just the beginning. The next phase is all about rebuilding everything from scratch, literally learning how to walk, how to live, all over again. And look, this is so important to understand. This isn't some magical overnight fix. It's a real process. You literally have to start by crawling. It's about falling down, getting back up, and relearning everything you thought you knew. But slowly, that crawl turns into a walk, and then that walk turns into a run. You start building momentum, and you go from just trying to survive to actively creating the person you really want to become. And this quote, it just nails the mindset you need to have. It's kind of like when you're learning to ride a bike, you know? If you stare way out at the horizon, you're just gonna wobble and fall. The trick is to focus on what's right there in front of you, the pedals, not the whole rows. If you can just master the small, immediate steps, you'll look up one day and be amazed at how far you've come. So as you go through this whole rebuilding process, something fundamental starts to shift in your philosophy. You start moving from this passive state of victimhood to one of just radical empowerment. It's the realization that you are the central, deciding force in your own life. I mean, what a powerful idea, right? That little angel and devil on your shoulder that you see in cartoons. Guess what? They're both you. The power for creation and the power for destruction, for good and for evil. It all lives inside you. You're not one or the other. You are that middle ground, that consciousness that actually gets to choose which one to listen to and which path to walk down. So this is how you actually apply that power in real life. We spend so much time and energy on the stuff on the left here, trying to control what other people do, trying to guarantee certain outcomes. But the real secret to freedom? It's realizing you just can't. Your true power is only on the right side of the slide, in the decisions you make and in how you choose to respond. That's it. That's your entire sphere of control. And this quote right here, this is the whole idea in a nutshell. Stop obsessing over how it's all going to turn out. Your real power, your only power, is right here, right now. It's in the choice of where you decide to turn now. That single decision in this very moment is the source of all your freedom. Okay, so once you've really truly taken ownership of your inner world, something really fascinating starts to happen. When you stop blaming everything outside of you for what's going on inside of you, you can finally see the world clearly. And you know what you start to see everywhere? In everyone else? A reflection of yourself. The focus just naturally shifts from the individual to the collective. I mean, what a brilliant metaphor. So much of the journey starts with us trapped in this little cell of our own ego, just obsessing about ourselves. The huge breakthrough happens when you flip that reflection around. Instead of only seeing yourself, you become the mirror for other people. You stop being a prisoner of your own mind, and you start being a point of connection, blurring the lines that separate us. And this new way of seeing things, it has a name. The I-M-U-R-I principle. It's this pretty radical idea that the line we draw between you and me, it's just an illusion. When you can truly see the I in you and the you in I, you're not just an individual anymore. You become part of this profound reunion, and that reunion is what lays the foundation for reshaping reality itself. And this is where it all leads. This is the climax of the whole journey. You have to ask, what happens when a whole bunch of people start living from this place of being connected? Well, the answer is kind of staggering.
This collective consciousness doesn't just change our perspective, it has the power to actually reshape the world.
See, we've moved way beyond just personal survival now. This is about creating something together, collectively. The idea here is that all of our voices, our shared consciousness, they create this powerful vibration, the sound, that's literally the soundtrack for a brand new universe, a whole new way of being. So, what does this new reality actually look like? Well, first, it's a non-violent revolution, one fought with awareness, not weapons. Its currency? It's not cash, it's consciousness. This isn't some top-down revelation. It's something that grows from the ground up, and it's all driven by co-elevation, the idea that we all rise together. That's the universe, right? One song, one verse.
So where do we fit into all this? What's our job? Well, it's like we have two roles to play. On one hand, we're the gardener, patiently planting these seeds of consciousness, just having faith that something beautiful will bloom. But at the same time, we're also soldiers, and I love that play on words. We are actively, soulfully fighting this non-violent war for a new reality.
So, from a broken rope all the way to a new universe, this whole journey just goes to show you that a complete transformation is absolutely possible. It starts with one single choice, and it can end with the power to literally help create a new world. And so that brings the question right back to you. If your voice is part of what reforms reality, what song are you going to sing?